Shocking incident occurred in what is probably the country's most high-tech and secure prison. According to reports available, the prisoners identified as Javed and Faizan indulged in prison break. They tried to get out. In fact, one of them succeeded in getting out of the most high-profile and secure prison, that is the Tihar jail. They crossed the wall of jail number 7, then drilled a tunnel through the jail number 8 wall. The wall opens into a drain. They then break another wall and reach the park, which is adjacent to the DG's office. While Javed managed to escape, Faizan was nabbed. It is the first such incident in many decades. What's also interesting is the fact that the Delhi police kept mum about this incident for more than 24 hours. Now, this incident, as we told you, is not the first time that Tihar jail has actually seen that it has been breached. In 2006, Sher Singh Rana, prime accused in the murder case of bandit-turned-politician Poolan Devi, dramatically escaped from the high-security Tihar jail. In 2005, 13 under-trials escaped from the court complex of the Tihar jail. The other big escape was that of Charles Shobraj, who drugged the prison staff and escaped in March 1986. The biggest escape in terms of numbers was in 1983, when 80 students, 80, they simply walked out of the prison using a fake jail visitor's stamp. However, the most similar case to the present one happened in 1976 when 13 life prisoners dug a tunnel to escape from Tihar. Kiran Bedi now joins us for more on this story. Ms. Bedi, thanks very much for speaking to India Today. How do you look at this particular incident? I mean, can it actually happen? I can understand that in the 80s, in the 90s, perhaps that sort of CCTV installations and that sort of security net might have not been there, because of which these incidents might be having. But this clearly seems to be a case of lessons not being learned.
Yes, the inquiry will tell us exactly the reason, what went wrong and at what level. But these are preventable if the good practices which are established in Tihar now for decades would be strictly followed. And Tihar facilities, Tihar's resources have multiplied enormously over the years with, as you mentioned, the CCTV cameras and also better quality manpower and more manpower. So what went wrong, the inquiry will tell us. But obviously something's gone wrong from the bottom level as well as at the middle level and at the top level, because all three levels have their own role in this kind of prevention.
Now, Ms. Bedi, my second question to you is, do you think that somewhere there is foul play, in the sense involvement of people inside the Tihar jail compound? It's not easy to dig a tunnel. It's not easy to break a wall. Obviously, some sort of an equipment might have been used. How did this equipment come in the possession of these two inmates?
Which is why I said the inquiry will exactly tell us in detail whether there was a steady, perseverant work, and at what time and at what level, and how did the noise, if there was a noise, why was the noise not reported, which I think without knowing more details, I don't know more details. All I can say is that somewhere that means oversight or visit to these kinds of cells and barracks has not been enough or has not been regular, when it should be many times over every day. So therefore we need to wait for the inquiry report in detail, whether there's an internal conspiracy and at what level, whether it's within inmates or whether it's anywhere from within the staff. But let's wait for the inquiry. But all I can say is that this is truly preventable, because Tihar as an institution, over the decades, by successful oversight and leadership and practices, has somewhere gone weak in following those good practices and administrative lessons. So, which are very well documented, actually, very well in the manual. And so somewhere some manual practices have not been followed, and the CCTVs have not been also watched. You see, we always think that once you have a CCTV, it's done. The point is, the more CCTVs, the more eyes you need to watch. You need manpower with CCTVs and analysis, regular oversight, and 24/7. So that means something is, just putting CCTV does not mean that you have crime prevention. You need to analyze what you're watching, and you need eyes to watch.
Okay, Ms. Bedi, many thanks for joining us at this moment. Let's also quickly go across to Anindo Banerjee, who joins us for all the latest. Anindo, have we heard from the police?
No word from the police as such as of now, but we have told that very soon the prison authorities will be interacting with the media and they'll be presenting their side of the story. But be as it may, the reality at this point of time is this, that it has been one of the biggest escapes from Tihar in the recent years to recall. Now, as you rightly said, this is the first escape. There has been Charles Shobraj, Sher Singh Rana who did, but that was a different day and time, but it's a different day and time. We're talking about 2015. And there is no, definitely India today is not preempting anything, but one can't rule out the fact that there has been at some level or the other connivance, if we may use the word, of the prison authorities at some level or the other.
Okay, Anindya, many thanks for joining us with all the latest.